Welcome to Fort Wayne Spacemen Hockey on the Fort Wayne Spacemen Broadcast Network. Good evening, everybody. Along with Brandon Porter, I'm Kent Horman. Glad you could join us for tonight's broadcast of Spacemen Hockey. This is the regular season finale as the Fort Wayne Spacemen are set to do battle with the Midwest Blackbirds, a game that will conclude the regular season, and the Spacemen are looking to go 10-1 over this final 11-game homestand to conclude the regular season. Just a weekend ago, they defeated Midwest by the scores of 4-2 and 11-4. It was a very scrappy Midwest team. The Blackbirds, though, have been somewhat shorthanded as of late due to some suspensions and some other issues. So we'll see if the Spacemen can close this out with another victory and go 10-1 during this 11-game homestand. The Spacemen looking to prepare themselves for the postseason. And right now, they're hoping that they can say, okay, we're going to finish this off and then be prepared for start the playoffs next weekend. Midwest is coming in with a record of 12-31, and the Spacemen, with their victory Friday night, now have a record of 20-19. They do have 3 overtime losses and a shootout loss. Now, I'll tell you what, Brandon, you have to like the Spacemen's chances to win this game to close out the regular season. You never take anything for granted, but they dominated basically Midwest last weekend, and again, Midwest is playing very shorthanded tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be one of those key factors to see if the Fort Wayne Spacemen can kind of use what they did the first game against the Midwest Blackbirds. It was a close game to start, pretty close, but then as time won, you could see the fatigue start taking in as Midwest was so shorthanded. Fatigue started taking a factor, so maybe we might see that again, where the Spacemen take a little bit of a slow approach, get them worn down, and then just lay it on them here in the third period.
Well, let's take a look at our players to watch tonight, and one of the people to watch will be Edis Olzos, the starting goaltender for Midwest. He was just absolutely sensational the last time Midwest was here in town. He comes in tonight with, it looks like a lofty goals against average of 5.12, but this is a guy, the last time he was here, he faced an awful lot of rubber, and he was the reason why it was a very, very close game in that the first game, I should say, against Midwest, which was a 4-2 Fort Wayne victory. A week ago, Fort Wayne won by the score of 4-2 on Saturday, February 15th, and then on Sunday the 16th, they won by the score of 11-4. But Edis Olzos is definitely a guy we should watch. And on the Fort Wayne side, how about Logan Robbins, who I think is definitely the fastest guy in the Fort Wayne team, on a team that has great team speed, but he's one of the fastest guys in the league, and he's a guy to look out for because this guy can be a playmaker at both ends. 24 goals, 15 assists for 39 points. So we're going to take a good long look at Logan Robbins tonight. So we're going to take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. For Midwest, starting in goal will be Edis Olzos. On defense, one of the defensemen will be Kevin Petruka, and on the other defense, it'll be John Olquin. Up front, at one forward spot, it'll be Nick Oda. At the other forward spot, Nick Pizzuto. And also at the other forward spot, this was a guy who missed the games a weekend ago, Richard Green, who is their leading scorer, both in goals and assists. He is around the 30-goal plateau and around 40 points. So, again, you're going to have Olzos in goal. On defense, Petruka. And you also have Olquin. And then up front, Oda, Pizzuto, and Green. And now the starting lineup for the Fort Wayne Spacemen, which is brought to you by Three Rivers Federal Credit Union. In goal will be Alex Shelkinov. On defense, the newcomer, Andrew Gates, who was filling in when Justin Daner had a suspension on Friday night. Now, Daner can come back tonight. Gates is going to play, but he is not eligible for the playoffs. So Gates on one defensive spot. Jack Huffman will man the other spot on the blue line. And then up front, Lucas Robbins, Trey Hoffman, and Emmy Johnson. So again, for the Spacemen, it'll be Shelkinov in goal, Gates and Huffman on the point, and up front, Lucas Robbins, Trey Huffman, and Emmy Johnson. The head coach for the Spacemen is Kaylee Schrock. His assistant is Josh Moles. The head coach for the Midwest Blackbirds is Joaquin Felt and Larry Pizzuto. And again, the Spacemen have had a tremendous homestand, winning 9 out of 10 games during this 11-game season-ending homestand, and they're going to look to go 10-1 and put themselves in a great spot for the postseason. The ticket sponsors are Cap and Cork. We're delighted to have Cap and Cork on hand. Player sponsors for Devin Perry and Cameron Perry. If either of them score a goal or an assist, that is sponsored by Hudamaki Packaging and Labeling Company. But again, when you have that crossover between high school hockey and this junior hockey at the USPHL level, you have to have high school as your priority. So the Perry brothers will not be in the lineup tonight, nor will Brandon McNeil. So we're just about set to go as the officials are coming on the ice. And the Blackbirds are taking to the ice in their traveling red uniforms, black and white stripes, and we are waiting the arrival of the Fort Wayne Spacemen, and we will be just about set to go for hockey as the officials are going to place the nets on their respective moorings. So again, the Midwest Blackbirds out of Dyer, Indiana, are huddling around their coach, Joachim Falt and Larry Pizzuto. And this is a team, when it came in here a while ago, was extremely shorthanded. There were some issues. One of the things I've noticed about this level of hockey, sometimes the discipline takes a little bit of a stroll left. And so you can have issues and suspensions. I know Midwest was a victim of that. And I think they maybe only have, again, 11 or 12 players available tonight, but they gave Fort Wayne all it wanted, especially in that first game, February 15th, a 4-2 game. And actually the 11-4 victory on February 16th was a little closer than the final score indicated. So they're announcing the starting lineups right now. And again, Shelkinov in goal for Fort Wayne. Andrew Gates on defense. Jack Huffman will also man the blue line. And then up front, Lucas Robbins, Trey Huffman, and Emmy Johnson. And again, to review the starters for Midwest, Aegis Olzos in goal. Kevin Pachuca will be on one of the defensive spots along with John Olquin. And then up front, we will have Nick Oda, Nick Pizzuta, and Richard Green. And now we pause to pay tribute to our country with the playing of the national anthem. The final strains of our national anthem. We are just about set for hockey. And again, I talked about this the last time Midwest was in town, and a very, very short bench, but they played their hearts out, giving Fort Wayne everything it wanted. So the Blackbirds will huddle around their goaltender. Aegis Olzos, give him some final taps on the pads. Spacemen getting some final instructions from head coach Kaylee Schrock, and we are just about set for hockey. USPHL style here, the final regular season game here for the Spacemen. We still haven't received the confirmation yet, but we think they'll be hosting a first-round playoff series. It's a best 2 out of 3, and we believe the games are scheduled for Fort Wayne Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Opponent to be determined. Huffman comes to center. And we are underway, and Andrew Gates, who just joined the team on Friday, tries to dump it forward. Comes cross ice. The Blackbirds just flip it into the zone. That'll be a bouncing puck, and that'll be icing. Good job by Shelkinov to let that go wide of the net because it was flipped in from behind the center ice area, and that will be icing, so the face-off will go back into the Midwest zone. Midwest Blackbirds out of Dyer, Indiana. Trey Huffman on the draw for Fort Wayne. Gates tried to play it up, but now it comes the other way. It's going to be a one-on-one. Here comes Midwest, big shot. That deflects off of Shelkinov, as that was a very quick shot that time by the Midwest captain, Green. We did not see him the last weekend when they were in here, but Green is a big kid, and he is the leading scorer for the Midwest Blackbirds. Now Andrew Gates, very crafty player, flips across ice, and it goes to Lucas Robbins. Tries to go center. Now Trey Huffman. Here comes Trey Huffman with speed, penetrating the zone, trying to slice through the defense. He's moved off the play. Dumped back into the Fort Wayne zone. Alvon Berard will gather. Berard takes a look. Comes across. Tom's Barons goes off the wall. Jared Fisher, the league's leading scorer, dances into the zone, tries to weave behind the net. He takes a look. Left it behind the net. Barron's trying to center. Now Berard rushes in from his defensive spot. Berard likes to penetrate. Goes into the corner. Battle for the puck. Two Blackbirds take Zachary Steele off the play. And it looks like we'll have an immediate penalty. So it didn't take long, and there will be a penalty. It will come at the 1:31 mark. And it will go against Midwest. It looks like it's going to go against Tyler Kramer. So an immediate power play opportunity for Fort Wayne. So Kramer goes off for elbowing at the 1:31 mark, and now Fort Wayne goes to work on the power play. Comes back to Fisher. Fisher, cross ice. Now it comes back up top. Buck fakes the shot, comes back to Fisher at the top of the circle. That's his office. That shot goes wide, and it clears the zone. We've played 2 minutes of a scoreless game. Fort Wayne continues on the power play. Austin Buck behind his net, and he'll lead the breakout. Now he comes to Caden Schwetz, back to Buck. Schwetz takes a big hit that time by Skelly. Of course, Skelly just loves to hit people. Buck has it poked off his stick, and it comes to center. Austin Buck now goes cross ice. Zachary Steele down the slot, a little too strong for Logan Robbins. Comes back, Fisher throws it on goal, and that time Schwetz tries to tip it, but a good save that time by Olzos. So a good opportunity for Fort Wayne. Still 54 seconds left in the power play, and we've played a little over 2.5 minutes of the first period. Now Fort Wayne comes away with the puck. Now it comes back to the point. Gates takes a look, tries to throw a shot on goal. That is deflected away. Comes back to the point. Berard comes cross ice. Andrew Gates, little saucer pass that time, comes into the corner, behind the net. Weave it around. Berard plays it off the boards. Berard has some room, fires it on goal. That was a tip attempt, but that was deflected away. That time, a heavy hit was attempted on Berard, but he was able to slip the check that time by Ryan Rockway. Now it comes back. Gates takes a look. And it's cleared to center. Well, the power play just about up, down to the final 5 seconds. Now Gates weaves into the zone. Skelly bumping him off the play, but Gates still has the puck. Gates very crafty with the puck, comes back. Diener dumps it down low. Barons comes behind the net. Fort Wayne looking to center. That's a little bit through the goal mouth. Quick shot that time by Gates. Big save by Olzos. Daner a good job of keeping it in. And it goes back into the corner for Trey Hoffman. We have played 4 minutes of the opening period and we're scoreless. Huffman spins away from a defender. Now behind the net. Racing in is Robbins. Now back to the point. Daner with a shot. A tip attempt. A lot of traffic in front. The puck can't quite get through to the goal. Great forecheck so far by Fort Wayne, and now it is cleared to center. That'll dip up into the net, so we will have a face-off. With 15:40 to go in the opening period, and again, Brandon, you have to give Midwest credit. They are completely undermanned, but so far, through 4 minutes and change, they've hung right in there.
Yeah, they're doing a good job keeping up with Fort Wayne. Right now, they're keeping them to the outside. A lot of shots from the point. Nothing really being allowed to be screening on Ozils. No tips, really. Fort Wayne's going to have to do a better job of getting some stronger chances on them if they want to get an early lead.
Buck flips a little backhander deep into the zone. That is tracked down by Nathan Carr. Frankie Hornberg battling for the puck, and here come Midwest looking for a breakout. Kramer with speed, but he's being hounded by Robbins. There's going to be a penalty, and it looks like it'll be against Fort Wayne, a delayed penalty. They have the extra attacker on the ice. Big hit that time by Diener. So Fort Wayne will send a player to the penalty box at 4:55.
Looks like they're going to send Lucas Robbins for hooking.
Lucas Robbins gets the hook at the 4:55 mark, so Midwest with a chance to go on the power play. Fort Wayne does win the draw. They'll try to clear the zone as Cole Rodriguez. Now it comes the opposite way. Midwest dumps it back into the corner. They try to center it through the goal mouth. Karam's off the boards, back to the point, cross ice pass. There's a quick shot. Shelkadov with the save, and it goes up into the netting. Well, Richard Green, who is the leading scorer of the team, big kid, 6 foot, 190 pounder out of Crown Point, Indiana. And he was unavailable for that last series of games on the 15th and 16th. Now spinning is Kramer, crafty defenseman. Comes back to Kramer at the point. He goes cross ice. There's a shot right on, sticked out of there by Shelkanov. Hustling for the puck is Pizzuto. Now along the wall, looking to center. Right to the point, there's a shot that goes by the net. Buck will try to wrap it around the wall. Kept in by Kramer, at least at center ice, as they were able to clear the zone. That was offside. As Petruka, a stride or two ahead of the play. Still 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the Midwest power play. 14-13 to go in this opening period. Fort Wayne in its home whites, orange and black trim. Midwest in its traveling road reds with black and white trim. Circling now is Nathan Carr. Flipped into the zone, so they'll play a little dump and chase. First man on the scene is Jack Hoffman. He found a seam, but that caromed off the skate of Cummings, and now Trey Hoffman able to clear it the length of the rink. Evan Cummings out of McHenry, Illinois. Now it comes to Austin Buck, but it glances off of his stick. He steps into his man. And, of course, it's Skelly doing battle with Buck right in front. Through the goal mouth it comes, unfortunately. And here comes Logan Robbins with his speed. Robbins back the other way. Dances around a defenseman. He shoots. Big save by Olzos. What a play by Logan Robbins, but Olzos equal to the task. Could have been a shorthanded opportunity, and the amazing blazing speed of Logan Robbins with a great shorthanded opportunity for Fort Wayne. Down to the final 4 seconds of the Midwest power play. Racing up ice with speed, trying to get past Diener, cutting right through the goal mouth. Great job that time by Shelkanov to hold his ground near the pipe. Skelly, of course, steps into somebody. This will be a delayed penalty against Midwest.
Looks like the usual suspect for Midwest is going to go to the box.
This will come at the 7:08 mark of period number 1. Well, we talked talked about this a week ago. I say this somewhat tongue-in-cheek, but this is a gentleman who could get his mail in the penalty box. Because a weekend ago, the first game of the series, 4 penalties. The second game of the series, 4 penalties. So if anything, he is consistent. And at the 7:08 mark, he has picked up a penalty in this game.
Elbowing.
So another elbow call against Midwest and Fort Wayne. We'll try to see what he can do in the power play. Here comes Fisher. Fisher through the slot. There's a shot. Goes a little bit wide. Steele comes cross ice to Fisher. Top of the circle. Tries to come across back to Steele, but it's deflected. But Buck has it. His shot hits the goal post. Now Steele starts in. He'll stop, put the brakes on. Back to Buck at the point. Now across. It goes to Kevin LaPointe. It's Kevin LaPointe. Fisher, right through the goal mouth. Buck will just try to chip it in, and it is deflected off a Midwest skate into the netting. So that was Kevin LaPointe putting all the pressure on, as Zachary Steele is now coming out for his shift. 1:17 to go in the Fort Wayne power play, 12:09 to go in the first. So it looks like Steele will take the face-off. Emmy Johnson on one wing, Barons on the other. Gates and Berard rushes over to collect the puck. Dumps it back into the corner. Zachary Steele tries to feather it in front. Berard with a quick shot. That's deflected. Comes back toward the Fort Wayne zone, racing back to play it will be the newcomer, Andrew Gates. The guy that Kaylee Schrock has high hopes for. Berard tries to just saucer it in front. Oh, what a break save that time by Olzos. Berard sent it through the goal. Another big save by Olzos. Well, picking up where he left off last time he was here, Aegis Olzos with some tremendous saves to keep this a scoreless game. The 5'7", 150-pounder. And it's cleared out of the zone. Berard quickly turns at center. Comes across to Gates. Gates working his way into the zone. Now to the hash. Trying to leave it back, but it's intercepted by Midwest, and Midwest might have an opportunity. That pass that time is behind Green. Now Fort Wayne with some numbers coming back the other way. And offside that time was Zachary Steele. 11:06 left in the period. 14 seconds left in the Fort Wayne power play. Well, Brandon, I think a big impact on this game will be the return of Richard Green, who was not available the last time they were in town. And he's their leading scorer.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he can bring to the table for this Midwest team, who's still kind of playing a little short-handed.
Yeah, when you only have 11 or 12 players, that really will take a toll as you get deeper into the game when you're supposed to be playing 16-2. Now Cole Rodriguez works his way into the zone, kind of fanned on the attempt, throws it on goal. Olgis with a save, and he'll cover up. Well, you have to give this Midwest team all the credit in the world, because due to a number of factors, when you're playing with 11 or 12 players and you're supposed to be playing with 16-2, and there is no quit in this Midwest team. Now here comes Green. Little toe drag, pad save by Shelkinov. Well, you can see the talent of Richard Green. Now back the other way. Here comes Trey Hoffman. Evades the check. Hoffman tries to cut it into the zone. And it looks like there will be a penalty coming up against Midwest.
It's like a holding call. One of the guys grabbed Huffman's jersey when he was skating in.
At 9:41.
Oh, they're going to call a slashing.
And it looks like it'll be against Pizzuto for a slash. So far there have been 4 penalties in the game, 3 against Midwest, 1 against Fort Wayne. So the Spacemen go back on the power play with 10:19 to go here in the opening period. Fisher on the draw against Skelly. Right in front, there's a shot. Another save that time by Olgis. Cleared the length of the rink, so Fort Wayne will have to do it again. LaPointe, little pass ahead to Buck. He comes cross ice. Caden Schwetz collects. Now Schwetz near the half wall, goes behind the net. Tried to bank it off the boards for Fisher. That's poked back into neutral ice.
Power play for the Spacemen is just too predictable right now.
Yep. Big hit that time as Skelly, of course, stepped into Schwetz. LaPointe. Good pass ahead. Now cross ice, it goes to Schwetz. Schwetz has some room. Toe dragging a shot. Big save on the rebound. Right near the goal mouth. And again, Olzos is able to cover up. Schwetz with a bullet that hit him right off the shoulder, and he could not contain the rebound. But he eventually was able to slide across and cover up. So 9:27 left in period number 1, 1:08 to go in the power play. And still a scoreless first period.
It's like Ozol's just checking the helmet, make sure none of the straps came off, make sure everything's still okay.
Well, Ryan Rakai will be in the face-off for Midwest against Zachary Steele. Berard can't keep it in, but he does poke it away that time from Rakai. Now here comes Berard, who loves to rush the puck from his defensive position. Imi Johnson, deep, tries to center. Quick shot, and that goes a little bit wide. It was deflected. Behrens in the far corner. Now at the half wall. Comes up, Gates. Comes across Berard. Berard tries to slide it across. Quick shot. That just slides right past the net. It's been an effective power play for Fort Wayne in terms of puck possession. Steele's shot is deflected into the corner. 30 seconds left in the man advantage. 8:48 to go in the first. Cross ice. Low shot, stick to side that time as Berard was bidding to sneak one past Olzels. And that will be cleared to center, and that was a high stick. Now 8:36 to go in period number 1. 17 seconds left in the Fort Wayne power play. And based on the prior week's results of 4-2 and 11-4, one would think, well, this might be a bit of a cakewalk, but when Midwest came in here last time, they played their hearts out despite having a very, very short bench. And so far here through the early stages of the first period, it has been the same thing. Gates trying to slice through the defense as the penalty is about to expire. Another good save by Olzos, and here comes Midwest back the other way. That pass a little too strong for Green. Shelkinov clears behind the net. Now Green trying to win the race with Andrew Gates, and Gates right on the stick that time of Frankie Hornberg, but a little too strong. Goes behind the net. That's cleared along the wall. And here come Midwest back the other way, but swooping in that time was Rodriguez. Intercepted by Midwest. Dancing into the zone. Quick shot. Good save that time. Spinning. Another good save by Shelkinov. Couple of good scoring opportunities that time by Midwest. And that was Petruka with a couple of good shots. Now under 7.5 to go here in the opening stanza. Midwest again back on the attack. Shot caroms off of Shelkinov that time by Pizzuto. Oh, right in front. Another tremendous save by Shelkinov. So a good forecheck that time. That was Skelly right in front. He tries to step into his man, but Jack Hoffman able to evade him. And here comes brother Trey back the other way. Trey Huffman leaves it for LaPointe. LaPointe dances in. Big save that time by Olzos. So the team's playing end-to-end, and so far both goaltenders have done a great job of standing their ground. Gets past LaPointe. Jack Hoffman, that shot looked like it maybe caromed off the glove of Olzos. 6:40 to go in this first period. Back to the point again. Hoffman taking a look. He'll snap a shot on goal. Big save again by Olzos. 6.5 minutes to go in a scoreless first period. Kept in by Logan Robbins. Loose puck. Collected that time by Caden Schwetz. Now behind the net, Fort Wayne looking to set something up. Pass through the slot, nobody home there. Schwetz is rubbed off the play. And back the other way, here come Midwest. Good job that time. Try to throw it through the goal mouth, and that was Miller Armstrong. Intercepted. Quick shot. That just goes right over the shoulder that time as Kramer, a really talented defenseman, had a good opportunity, but he shot it too high. Now here comes Fort Wayne back the other way. Right in front, intercepted. Big save, Shelkinov. He denies Green. What a tremendous play by Shelkinov as Green with a super interception. So both goaltenders are coming up huge here in the opening period. We wind down to 5.5 to go. That shot right into the breadbasket of Shelkinov by Kramer, and Shelkinov will just take the face off. Brendan, so far, both goaltenders have played superbly.
Yeah, it is a great goaltending battle right now. Shelkinov doing a good job staying in position. All rebounds directed to the corners or away from the crease. Same thing goes with Ozels on the other side, making sure all rebounds are either smothered or if he can't get to them, he directs them to the corners as far away from the net as possible.
Fisher against Oda, and the draw was won by Oda, and an opportunity for Green, but that chipped over the net. Now back the other way. Zachary Steele on the off wing, puts on the brakes. Takes a look, tries to feather it through into the slot. A little bit behind, and here come Midwest back the other way with speed. That was left for Green, but that was blocked that time by the shin guards of Berard. Fisher ahead to Zachary Steele. He's got some space. Now Steele works his way in. Quick shot. The defender blocks that, and back the other way. Here come Midwest. This could be a bit of a breakaway. Green racing in. He looks, he shoots. Big save that time by Shelkinov. Oh, what a save. And the crowd up here going wild. Shelkinov holding his ground and denying Green on the breakaway. Now back the other way. Midwest again putting the pressure on. It's Trey Hoffman with speed, manages to get past one defender. Oh, stepped into that time heavily by Petruka. There is going to be a penalty, and likely it will be against Midwest. 15:39 will be the time. And I believe it will be boarding. Looks like it'll be against Kevin Petruka for boarding. At the 15:39 mark. Oh, they're giving him a 5.
Oh.
Wow. So a 5-minute boarding penalty. There's a shot on goal, and again, Olzos right near the goal mouth, and it did not get in. He had a defender jumping on top of him, trying to keep the puck out of the net. So Petruka gets a 5-minute major for boarding. I have to be honest, I'm not sure that warranted a major. It was a big hit.
I think maybe they were thinking more along the lines of intent to injure. Might be kind of a policing call.
Well, player safety is the key. So Fort Wayne will have a man advantage for the remainder of this period as they scrum for the puck along the wall. Fisher in there digging around. Midwest trying to clear, and it does. So Austin Buck comes back. He circles. Comes across to Caden Schwetz. Now Schwetz takes a look. Leaves it back for Kevin LaPointe. Back to Buck. Buck fakes the shot. Fisher with the snap. That was blocked. It didn't get through to the goal. Comes back to the point once again. Austin Buck, who has a big shot. He'll snap one on goal. And again, Olzos is able to cover up for the faceoff. 3:27 left in this opening period. We are scoreless. Just 4:06, though, still remaining in the major boarding penalty to Petruka. Face off right along the wall. Buck just guides it toward Fisher. That's a little strong, but as they battle for the puck, In fact, Cummings was in there jousting around. Now Buck to Fisher in his office right near the top of the circle. Shot. That's a save. Olzos. They try to center again, and Olzos is able to cover up. Edis Olzos. Only 5'7", but he plays like he's 6'7". 3:08 to go in a scoreless first period. Fort Wayne controls the draw. Back to Berard. Dumps it along the wall. Berard takes the return pass. Now goes cross ice. Gates fires one on. That's sticked aside that time by Olzos. Now Gates is pinching in along the wall along with Behrens. Now here's Trey Huffman. Trey Huffman shot right on. That caroms around. And as Midwest attempts to clear, that winds up bouncing over the Fort Wayne bench. 2:42 to go in the first. Still 3:20 left in the 5-minute boarding penalty to Petruka. So this will carry over into period 2. Wrapped around the boards. Gates keeps it in for a moment. Now back the other way, it's Pizzuto, and here come the Blackbirds shorthanded. Oda's ridden off the play. There's going to be a penalty against Fort Wayne. This will come at the 17:34 mark.
Well, this is definitely going to kill some time off that 5-minute major. Drop it down to a 1:05 power play when it comes back.
It's like Trey Huffman's going to get an interference. So now they'll go 4-on-4. Big Jackson Smith in for the faceoff. And he wins it. So some 4-on-4 hockey. Buck from his defensive position offers some pursuit against Kramer. Now here comes Jack Hoffman. Jack Hoffman flips it toward the net. Olgis just leaves it behind. Good Fort Wayne forecheck. Nathan Carr trying to clear. Now Fort Wayne has it. Emmy Johnson comes across. Here comes Jack Huffman. Near the top of the circle, trying to beat his defender Carr. Now Jack Hoffman through the slot. There's a shot goes over the top of the net. That time Olgis dropped to his knees. And back the other way, here come the Blackbirds. We're at 1:36 to go here in the first. That shot goes wide, an attempt that time by Kramer. Smith battling with Buck along the wall. Jackson Smith had some pretty good games a week ago when Midwest was in here. Now back, Fisher, and he's got some room because the defender falls down. Fisher walks through the slot. Backhand pass, that's intercepted. Great play by Kramer that time. But here come Fort Wayne again. Kevin LaPointe, one-on-one. LaPointe, quick shot, sticked aside that time by Olgis. We're getting down to the final minute here of the first period. Here comes LaPointe again. LaPointe lowering the shoulder, trying to go behind. LaPointe comes back to the point to Justin Diener. Cross ice. Kept in the zone, comes across to Diener. Now with the foot, guides it to LaPointe. Tries to throw it through the goal mouth. We're down to the final 40 seconds, and that has cleared the length of the rink, and that should maybe be an icing. No, because it didn't quite get there. Down to the final 30 seconds of the first. Rodriguez just flips it into the zone. Little dump and chase, racing in with his speed is Logan Robbins. Right through the slot. Big shot by Schwetz. First save, second save. Tremendous saves by Olgis. As Caden Schwetz looked like he had him cold turkey. Drive by Daner. That's blocked and goes up into the netting with 11 seconds to go. Still 50 seconds on the Fort Wayne power play on that 5-minute boarding major to Petruka, which will carry over into the second period. But once again, the goaltending has dominated this game.
I tell you, Ozil's out there pretty much kind of looking like a Rubik's Cube. Fort Wayne Spacemen can't really seem to solve him right now. He's playing tremendously, and hopefully he can continue that over into the next period for Midwest, as that will give him a good chance.
Off the draw, Robbins and Oda comes back to the point. One-timer, and that time Fisher fanned on it a bit. Down to the final second, and that will do it for the first period. So we have played the opening 20 minutes. It's been a great hockey game so far, end-to-end action, and the goaltenders have been the stars. We are scoreless after the first period. We'll take a break and recap the first period. You are watching Fort Wayne Spacemen Hockey on the Spacemen Broadcast Network.
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves, and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com. Request your virtual quote and use the code Summit City for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne.
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves, and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com. Request your virtual quote and use the code Summit City for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express Walk-In Clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Reinbold & Anderson is a financial advisory practice. More information about the Reinbold & Anderson team is available at 260-432-3235 and online at reinboldandanderson.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I'm Cameron Shackelford. I'm the Allen County Safe Place Coordinator.
Safe Place is a 24/7 crisis intervention and prevention program. When you come into a Safe Place site or call the Safe Place hotline at 260-466-7077, we go into action, providing immediate help and safety. Safe Place sites are located at YMCAs, local churches, fire stations, Boys and Girls Clubs, and anywhere the Safe Place sign is posted.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Back at the Parkview Sport One Ice House, Brandon Porter, Kent Horman here in the Spacemen Broadcast Network. An outstanding first period of play that was dominated by the goaltenders Aegis Olzos of Midwest and also Alex Shelkinov of Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne really dominated the play in spots, and the only thing we had to account for in a scoreless first period were the penalties. So right off the hop, we were about a minute and a half into the game, 1:31 to be exact. Tyler Kramer of Midwest went off for elbowing. Then Lucas Robbins drew a hooking penalty at 4:55. And then you had Ben Skelly going off for an elbow at 7:08. Also at 9:41, Nick Pizzuto went off for slashing. And then a key moment of the game, because at the 15:39 mark, you had Petruka going off for a 5-minute boarding penalty. Kevin Petruka, I thought it was a little bit marginal, but the officials saw it a different way, and they said 5 minutes for boarding. Fort Wayne could not take advantage of that lengthy power play. And then also Trey Hoffman went off for interference at 17:34. So relatively clean first period. The 5-minute boarding, and again, I thought that could have gone either way, but you have an elbow and a hook here and there and interference, so all things being equal, it was a pretty clean first period of play. Shots on goal in the opening period favored Fort Wayne over Midwest 24-10, and again, Brandon, Aegis Olzos, all 5'7" of him, he has been an absolute force. Sometimes a team doesn't get 24 shots in a game, let alone 24 shots in a period.
Yeah, obviously Ozil's just standing up strong, and to be honest, if he was my goaltender on one of the adult leagues, being a little bit older, to be honest, I'd be buying him some drinks at this point, because he is just standing on his head. This team needs to be thanking him for keeping him in this game right now, and frankly, he is the main reason probably why this score is still 0-0. He's doing a great job stopping pretty much almost everything Fort Wayne can. I said it earlier, he's like a Rubik's Cube right now. Fort Wayne just cannot solve him.
And there you go on the power play. Fort Wayne so far is 0 for 4, and Midwest is 0 for 1. And the penalty minutes 11 for Midwest and 4 for Fort Wayne. So they have concluded resurfacing the ice. Will await the arrival of the officials to reposition the nets and the return of the team. So we will take a break. When we come back, we'll get set for second period action, a scoreless hockey game between the Midwest Blackbirds and the Fort Wayne Spacemen. You are watching Spacemen Hockey on the Spacemen Broadcast Network.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We believe in sharing positive stories and are excited to set the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code Summit City for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne.
Back at the Parkview Sport One Ice House, Brandon Porter, Kent Horman here on the Spacemen Broadcast Network. Midwest returning to the ice, led by their talented defenseman Tyler Kramer, awaiting the arrival of Fort Wayne. And again, coming into this action, Midwest with a record of 12-31. The Spacemen over the 500 mark after their victory Friday night at 20-19. They do have 3 overtime losses, and they do have a shootout loss on their resume, but it has been. Talked to Kaylee Schrock Friday night before the Friday game, and he said this season, this opening season, the inaugural season of the Fort Wayne Spacemen, based on the fact that he only had about 7-8 players in late July and just putting a team together, and where they are now, he said this really has exceeded his expectations. And a victory tonight would put them over the 500 mark with tremendous momentum heading into the playoffs. He has to be happy about that.
Yeah, as I said, we've talked about here in the last couple weeks, getting above 500, ending the season on a winning streak. Should give them pretty good momentum going into the playoffs here next weekend here at the Parkview Sport One Ice House. Still waiting to kind of determine who the opponent is going to be, but we're getting some rumors here and there, but that's right now all they are is rumors, so we're not going to go off anything that's not solid evidence. So we shall see how this goes. Hopefully, as you said, we can end it above 500 and get into the playoffs on a good streak.
Well, when you take a look at the Midwest East, Chicago will have a first-round playoff bye, and then it's the remaining 6 teams in the division. Decatur, Metro, who Fort Wayne defeated here Friday night 4-2, the Spacemen, and then you also have some of the other teams, Decatur, Midwest, and Michigan. And so Fort Wayne, we're more or less told that they will be hosting a first-round best 2 of 3 playoff series here at the Ice House next Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We just don't know who the opponent might be yet, so stay tuned, and we'll try to pass that along as we get the information. Green against Fisher to start period number 2. Fort Wayne still has 34 seconds of power play time. Scoreless hockey game, so let's see if Fort Wayne can get one last rush. It's dumped deep into the zone. Logan Robbins, with his blazing speed, was the first one in to get the puck. Now he's looking behind the net. They try to center. That's blocked away by Carr. Cross ice it comes. Now LaPointe to Buck. Buck to Fisher, top of the circle. Right through the slot. It goes over the stick that time. It just slithered off the stick that time of Caden Schwetz. Now it's Fisher walking right in front. He looks, he shoots. Big save, Olzels. Oh, Fisher had a glorious scoring opportunity. Now it comes back to the point, and Kevin LaPointe through the slot. Schwetz tries to backhand one through. Teams are skating at full strength. Fort Wayne still putting the pressure on. Here's Kevin LaPointe. LaPointe tries to through the goal mouth. That's tipped that time. Oh, it almost goes in, but it's over the top of the net. As that time Logan Robbins with a tremendous opportunity. And now Fisher regroups, coming to the blue line. Taken off by Green, and it comes back to Austin Buck. Now Buck dances by one defender. Right through the slot. Here's Buck. His drive is tipped away that time by Kramer. They try to keep it deep. Frankie Hornberg. Pizzuto is on him. Hornberg takes a look. Skelly steps into him. Now back the other way. Here comes Kramer. And ahead it goes to Green. Green bumped off that time by Andrew Gates. Good hockey game so far, both teams. Now it's Green. He of the long hair tries to go across that time to Rakai. Chipped off the wall, but back to the point. Cummings with a sneaky little shot, and that's chipped up into the net, and we'll have a face-off in the Fort Wayne zone. 18-11 to go in period 2. And I'll tell you what, you take a look at that Midwest bench, and it'd be tough to get a four-handed euchre game going on. They have such few players, but you have to give Joaquim Fault and Larry Pizzuto, the coaching staff, they are just running those guys on and off the boards, short shifts, and with a short-handed lineup, Midwest giving Fort Wayne, again, all it can handle. A shot right on from the point by Cummings, sticked aside by Shelkinov, and back the other way, Fisher feeds it ahead, 2-on-1, Fisher right in front, Fisher with a shot, he just missed it as he shot it wide. Great 2-on-1, now here comes Smith back the other way. Tom's Barons uses his big body, but that's dumped behind the Fort Wayne net. Jack Hoffman. Oh, look out! Loose puck right in front. That was a little bit risky. And now, here come the Spacemen back the other way. With speed, lowering the shoulder in the corner is Steele. He's taken off the play. High puck. Now it comes back to the defense. Andrew Gates, very talented defenseman. We'll keep an eye on him for next year. Tries to just dance his way through a number of Blackbirds, but he was thwarted there at the very end. Barons tries to get it in. Petruka along the wall. Oh, there's a hit that time. As Jack Hoffman taken off his blades. By who else? Skelly. Cross ice pass, flagged down that time by Petruka. Kept into the zone. Fort Wayne trying to make a bid to make something happen. Zachary Steele. And now back the other way. Here come the Blackbirds. But Fort Wayne steps in. Good no-look pass coming in on the wing. Weaving behind the net. Back to the point. Berard. And he keeps it in the zone. Now Berard walks in. Top of the circle. His shot. Right in front. They try to deflect it in. And you had Robbins right there. But Olzos pounces on the puck. Tremendous save. Keeping the game scoreless, as right there was Logan Robbins and Caden Schwetz, and they just could not pick up the loose puck. Face off to the left of Adis Oljos. Logan Robbins against Oda. Oda and Kramer having a little bit of a talk. Now, is Kramer going to take the face-off? Well, we're getting a full change of players for Midwest. Now they're saying that the face-off, I believe,
Steele's going to the box.
A penalty against Fort Wayne. Did not see that one.
Steele and one of the Blackhawk. We almost said Blackhawk players. Blackbird players was along the bench, and Steele gave him a little bit of a hello present into the skate. So looks like one of the linesmen saw it when the ref didn't. That's one of the things they can do. They can tell them what they saw after the plays happened, and the ref can determine if it's a penalty.
So Steele in the box at 3:34. They're saying it's a 5. So that'll likely be a slash of some sort.
Spearing.
A spearing penalty. Well, we knew it would be a stick foul, so Steele, 5 minutes for spearing at 3:34, and it's a 5-minute power play now for Midwest. Deep in the zone, Oda comes back. Out to Pizzuto. Pizzuto at the hash. Takes a look, comes back to the point. Shot right on. Big save that time by Shelkinov. Tremendous save right through the goal mouth. Buck has lost his stick, and we're going to have another penalty. This will come at the 4:14 mark. And we're waiting for the signal. Looks like it'll be high sticking.
On Buck?
And it's going to go against Buck. Well, what a development this is. And we talk about the importance of playing disciplined hockey, especially with the stick foul, so Buck will go off. So for at least 2 minutes, Midwest is going to have a 2-man advantage. Gut check time for Fort Wayne. Comes back to the point. Buck for the high stick. It is cleared the length of the rink. Olzols flags it down. Well, phase 1 will be to try to take care of the penalty against Buck, which has 1:40 left. Kramer trying to dance his way through, and he is able to gather the puck right behind the Fort Wayne net. Gates tries to put some pressure on, but it comes back to the point through the stick of Oda. And here comes Kramer. Comes across to Green. Back to Kramer. It's in his skates. Now Kramer methodically working. Comes across. There's a quick cross-ice pass. Green has it go through his stick, but it's gathered by Kramer. Now Kramer takes a look. Walks in. Decides to pass it across. Quick shot that time by Petruka. That was deflected up into the netting, and we'll have a face-off. 1 minute left to the high sticking penalty against Buck. 3:20 left in the 5-minute spearing penalty that was called against Steele. And 14:46 to go in period number 2.
To be honest, when they were calling that penalty, I thought it was going to go on Midwest for slashing. It looked like Buck had his stick slashed out of his hand.
Yep. So Jackson Smith on the draw. He controls back to the point. Kramer, low shot. That's guided away that time by Shelkinov, but kept in. Another quick shot. That's off a defender. Now Petruka trying to work it behind the net. Comes back to Kramer. And we have a whistle. I think the puck perhaps deflected up over the boards, up into the net.
Oh, looks like they're moving the net. Net came off.
Oh, the net off its moorings.
Yeah, it looked like the main ref was moving the net back in place.
Fort Wayne controls the draw, but has a tough time clearing. Robbins tries to play a golf shot, but can't clear the zone. Now a cross-ice pass. There's a low shot. Again, that caroms through a sea of players. Back to Kramer. Kramer takes a look, walks into the zone. Quick shot. Save Shelkinov. And again, Petruka brings it around the net. There's Smith. Smith at the dot. That shot, again, deflected away. Shelkinov tries to put the big glove over it, but it's still a loose puck. Just 5 seconds left in the penalty against Buck, and it looked like a Fort Wayne player was hauled down. No call. Grabbing his stick was Berard, so Buck comes back on the ice. Still 2:14 to go in the power play for the major penalty. Daner drills his man. And Shelkinov able to grab the high puck. And then after the play, some extracurriculars, as it looks like Huffman, and he's in there with Rakai. Also Daner. We're going to have some penalty time coming up. That will come at the 6:28 mark. Well, after the whistle, the Fort Wayne player was drilled from behind. So Daner's going to go in.
And Skelly.
Of course. Well, in the last series, Skelly had 4 penalties in one game, 4 penalties in next. He has 2 penalties in this game. Not sure he's going to be part of the Dale Carnegie School of how to make friends and influence people. So let's see what the penalties are. They'll be coincidental minors, Daner and Skelly, I believe. 13:32 to go in period number 2.
Looks like Midwest might be getting an extra 2 as number 11's on there. That is Ryan Rakui.
Yep. Which will negate the remainder of the power play on the spearing major to steal, and the face-off will be in the Midwest zone. So we'll sort the penalties out, but Daner is in for Fort Wayne, and it sounds like Skelly and Rakai are in there for Midwest.
That was one thing I was going to bring up at the next whistle was if the Spacemen could weather that storm, the 5-on-3 and the major, that should give them a little bit of momentum.
So the face-off in the zone to the right of Olzos. Pizzuto and Fisher will do battle on the draw. So it's roughing penalties all around. Daner for Fort Wayne, Skelly and Rakui for Midwest at 6:28. So the teams presently are playing for a side with just 13 minutes to go here in the second period of a scoreless game. Gates trying to pinch in. Pizzuto tries to chip it out with the backhand. And it will be Austin Buck to gather the puck for Fort Wayne. Comes across to Fisher. The league's leading scorer with speed penetrates the zone, tries to slice past Carr. Olzos looks to clear, but it's kept in by Fort Wayne. Now LaPointe. Right through the goal mouth that time. Gates comes back to the blue line. Buck to LaPointe. Karam's off of his stick. But LaPointe still has it. Now he's intercepted by Green, and Green slides past Buck. Here comes Green in. Green off the angle. Green looks. He couldn't get a shot off. Tries to center it. Comes back to the point. Fanned on that time. And now it's going to be Olguin trying to regather for Midwest. Buck jousting that time with Miller Armstrong. Now up top, Carr, his shot is blocked, and back the other way with speed. Here comes Kevin LaPointe. LaPointe has it slide off his stick as Cummings with a good poke check that time, but LaPointe still has it. LaPointe down the slot. LaPointe looks, he shoots, he scores! Kevin LaPointe never gave up on the play. He came back with the puck right down the slot, fired a snapshot that beat Olzos, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Spacemen. LaPointe with the goal. The time will be 8:15. And the important first goal of the match, scored by Fort Wayne and scored by Kevin LaPointe at the 8:15 mark. 1-0 Spacemen. They'll still play 4-on-4. And Fisher will pick up an assist on the play, so LaPointe from Fisher at 8:15. And the 5-minute major is up against Steele, so both teams now playing 5 aside. Here comes Emmy Johnson with speed, knifing his way through the defense. That just missed the goal mouth. Big hit that time on Lucas Robbins, and it comes back to center. Jack Hoffman comes cross ice. Trey Hoffman will backhand it into the zone. Fort Wayne trying to penetrate. So they're stepping up their forecheck. Emmy Johnson, they battle with Cummings right in front. That shot is deflected up into the netting. Good job by Lucas Robbins to come away with the puck. But as he was trying to come right down the chute, it was deflected on a good defensive play by Midwest. So the face-off in the Midwest zone to the left of Aegis Olzos, and Fort Wayne finally finding a way to solve this talented goaltender.
Yeah, that's definitely going to give them all the momentum right now, especially with how Olzos is playing. 1 goal is definitely going to be a big moment at this time.
Berard into the corner to Schwetz in the slot. Big shot and a huge save. That time LaPointe right on, but a big pad save by Olzos. Now comes back to the point, and Gates is able to keep it in. Dances right around one defender. That shot is deflected near the side of the net. Fort Wayne again putting the pressure on. Now back the other way. Oda caroms it off the boards, and that could be an icing. No, because Green is the first to the puck as he won the race with Ovan Berard. Now back the other way. Here come the Spacemen. Kevin LaPointe on the off wing. LaPointe just tries to saucer it ahead. Couldn't get it through to Logan Robbins, and Olzos will make the save and cover up. 10-11 to go in period number 2. It's 1-0 Fort Wayne, and again, all the credit in the world. It's amazing how a team can come in here and play 3 games. Well, not 3 games yet. We're basically just about halfway through this one. So undermanned when you're talking about only dressing 11 or 12 forwards and defensemen, and you're hanging right in there a 1-0 hockey game. This is not icing, so Buck passes ahead. Can Fort Wayne clear? Fisher tries to get a shillelagh on it. Now back the other way. Here come the Spacemen. And it's Steele with speed working on Carr. Steele tries to center, comes back to the point. Buck takes a look. Buck snaps it on goal, and a save by Olzos. Steele will turn. He's knocked off the play that time by Ricoi. Into the corner. Fort Wayne is stepping up the pressure right now, and with the depth they have, I think Fort Wayne has got a chance. Now right through the slot is Fisher. Fisher tries to backhand it toward the net. Racing for it is Steele as he battles with Kramer. So you figure with its depth, Fort Wayne will try to wear Midwest down. That's a high shot. Looked like it might have caught a piece of the blocker by Olzos. Steele, top of the circle. Steele with a drive, and that's high and wide and goes up into the netting. 9-11 to go, period number 2, a 1-0 hockey game in favor of Fort Wayne, the regular season finale. Fort Wayne will have an off day tomorrow, then come back here to the Ice House to practice on Tuesday at 5:20 and await their fate as who their first-round playoff opponent will be. We're being told, it still has not been officially confirmed yet, that Fort Wayne will host a first-round playoff series. It's best 2 out of 3. With the 3 games being played here at the Ice House, Friday, Saturday, and possibly Sunday. Oda and Huffman. Oda wins the draw cleanly. Cummings tries to clear. Emmy Johnson can't quite corral it in the high slot, but Trey Huffman is there, and he just backhands it back into the corner. Hornberg racing in to put some pressure on. Fort Wayne is really stepping up the forecheck. Now Trey Huffman right along the wall. Green. Now here's Huffman. Quick shot right into the breadbasket of Olzos, and he will smother it for the save. And again, when you take a look at the division in the Midwest East, Chicago will have a first-round bye. Then you have Decatur, Metro, Fort Wayne, the Detroit Fighting Irish, Midwest, and Michigan. We'll have to sort out who those playoff pairings will be. Trey Huffman, little backhand pass to himself. Hornberg has it taken off his stick. And now here come the Spacemen with some numbers. Emmy Johnson. Trey Huffman with the shot. Big save that time. Oh, and the rebound. It caroms in over the shoulder of Olzos. and I think Hornberg will get the goal. Great play by Trey Huffman, and then the rebound, I believe Hornberg got a stick on it, and it caromed over the shoulder that time of Olzos. 2-0 Fort Wayne, huge goal. We'll see if there is a second assist. The time of the goal is 11:36. And it would go to Frankie Hornberg with Trey Huffman with 1 assist. Huge goal, and it's 2-0 Spacemen. Hornberg the goal. Emmy Johnson picks up an assist. So Hornberg with the assist to Trey Huffman and Emmy Johnson at 11:36, 2-0 Spacemen. Berard comes back to Austin Buck. Under 8 minutes to go, period 2. Now Logan Robbins just chips it across to Kevin LaPointe. LaPointe going low. Tries to center, and that's guided out of there by Olzos as you had Robbins and Schwetz right on the porch. This will not be strong enough for an icing. Racing in on the forecheck that time was Miller Armstrong. And Fort Wayne will try to clear the zone. Some good, crisp passing by the Spacemen. There's a shot that time by Schwetz, right over the top of the crossbar. Now back the other way, it's Smith with his big body. One-timer that time. Oda just misses. Now back the other way, Fort Wayne trying to create a 2-on-1. Fisher looked to center. Great defensive play that time by Petruka as he put the big stick out that time and was able to clear the centering pass. There's a loose stick on the ice. Fort Wayne has a chance to have some numbers. Dumped into the zone. Racing back that time was Pizzuto. But Steele has it now back to the point. Cross ice it goes. Little backhand play by Diener. That was a crafty play. Now it's Behrens circling around the net, behind the net. And Fort Wayne keeps it in. So Fort Wayne playing a little keep away, but here comes Petruka back the other way on the off wing. Tries to dance through the middle of the zone. Big hit that time applied by Fisher. And now here come the Spacemen back the other way. Fisher ahead to Steele. He plays the carom off the board. Zachary Steele takes a look right through the slot. A little too strong for Behrens that time. As we approach 6 minutes to go in period 2, a 2-0 Fort Wayne lead. Zachary Steele weaves past one man, gets past Green. Look at Steele with his moves. Little backhand plays. He leaves it for Behrens. Behrens uses his big body behind the net. Looks to center, but instead goes back to the point. Now Diener back to Behrens. Behrens tries to guide it toward the goal. Behrens has his pocket picked by Green. Here comes Green back the other way. Green with speed. He has a chance. Green with a shot. Big save that time by Shelkinov. What a tremendous save off of Richard Green, the leading scorer. Stretch pass that time, but Olzos will have to play it. As the first man in was Zachary Steele with his speed. They try to center. Behrens can't control. Little chip pass off the boards. Another shot right in front. Through the goal mouth it goes, and Fisher can't quite finish. Spacemen just pouring on the pressure right in front of the goal mouth. And once again, another shot, gloved that time by Olzos, and that time
Blindside.
Skelly just creamed Steele right in the chops. Now, this has just been indicative, and I don't know if our official even saw it to make a call, but Steele, as he was firing the puck on goal, got hit right in the chops by Skelly. And I don't think the official saw the play. There's a lot of talking going back and forth from the Fort Wayne bench to Skelly as he goes back to the Midwest bench. Wow. Jackson Smith on the face-off against Trey Huffman. Well, mark that down at the 4:59 mark here of period 2. I guess that's just the way Ben Skelly plays his game. And that is chipped into the Fort Wayne zone. Racing back is Cole Rodriguez. There will not be icing. Rodriguez puts the brakes on behind the net. And here come the Spacemen back the other way. Trey Hoffman with speed. Can't get past his defender, Petruka. Now, but behind the net. And they score! A great centering play that time. They catch Midwest napping. Great hustle that time by Trey Hoffman. And another Fort Wayne goal. And it's 3-0 in favor of the Spacemen. I believe that may be Lucas Robbins. 15:22, the time of the goal. And it's 3-0 in favor of the Spacemen. I have to believe Trey Hoffman will have one assist on the play. We'll wait for the official word. Robbins the goal. Trey Hoffman and Hornberg get the helpers. So Trey Hoffman has 2 points on 2 assists. 3-0 Fort Wayne. That time Cummings tries to poke it away, but Hornberg, little toe drag, sticked aside by Olzos. And Lucas Robbins again dumps it deep. Hornberg. So the Lucas Robbins, Hornberg, and Trey Huffman line, we're going to have a penalty. And it looks like there'll be some more extracurriculars. It's going to come at the 16-minute mark even. And we'll see who heads to the sin bin, but it's 3-0 in favor of Fort Wayne. As things are degenerating just a little bit, there's some conversation with Gates. And also, one of the Midwest players. See who's going. Looks like Trey Huffman. And also Kevin Petruka. This will be at the 16-minute mark.
Well, this is definitely going to make for a very interesting rest of the game.
Yeah, since this is the final regular season game and you don't know if these teams will see each other in the postseason, you just hope this doesn't degenerate. Well, and if you're Midwest, you don't want it to degenerate into something that could result in even more suspensions. So Trey Huffman gets a roughing penalty at the 16-minute mark, and Petruka goes off for interference also at the 16-minute mark. 4 minutes even to go here in period 2. 3-0 in favor of the Spacemen. It will be Oda and Fisher on the face-off.
Are the Spacemen having a power play?
I just don't think they have put the Huffman penalty up yet. But I notice on our scoreboard they just have the Petruka penalty up, but it was announced that Huffman has a penalty. That slides right through the goal mouth and past the stick of Logan Robbins as he was being banged off the play by Olquin. Cross-ice pass. Wow, they're going to say that was played by a high stick by Fisher.
So we're getting word that Petruka also got 2 minutes for roughing on top of his interference call, so Spacemen are on a power play.
Okay, so Huffman for roughing, Petruka interference and roughing, so that is why Fort Wayne is on the power play. The faceoff is outside the Fort Wayne zone. Schwetz, Lapointe will circle in his own end. Now it comes back to Kevin Lapointe. 3.5 to go in period 2. Fort Wayne on the power play. Lapointe to Buck. He comes cross ice to Fisher. Fisher takes a look. Now comes up top to Buck with that lethal shot. Lapointe flags it down with the glove. Comes into the corner for Logan Robbins. Now Robbins takes a look. Comes back up high. One-timer by Buck. That goes wide. Now that shot goes off the body, I believe, of Schwetz that time. Schwetz or Olquin. So Logan Robbins and Schwetz trying to keep the puck alive, and it's Logan Robbins. Robbins tries to saucer it in front, but that's deflected that time by Pizzuto. Now into the corner. Here comes Lapointe. Lapointe, cross ice, goes to Fisher. Fisher goes deep, comes up top to Buck. Buck has room. Buck with the shot. Big glove save that time by Olzos. Great save by the Midwest goaltender, Aegis Olzos, who has seen more than his share of rubber in this game. 2:38 to go in period 2, 38 seconds left in the Fort Wayne power play. Kramer heading to the bench. He logs an awful lot of ice time for Midwest. Smith on the draw against Steele, and able to clear the zone is Midwest. Shelkinov will leave for Elvon Berard. Now here comes Fort Wayne on the breakout. Comes cross ice to Gates. Gates, the newcomer. He's rubbed off the play. Smith tries to clear. Battle for the puck in the corner. Cummings wraps it around the boards. Good play there because there was no Fort Wayne defenseman home. And that is able to clear the zone. Just 4 seconds left in the Fort Wayne power play, so this will just about do it. 2 minutes to go even in the period. So the teams are now even once again. And a good job that time by chipping the puck ahead off the wall. Racing in again with speed was Zachary Steele. Bumps into one of his own men, Behrens. Now Smith trying to play the puck, but here comes Tom's Behrens. Behrens. And that's knocked out of the zone. Green. But Gates wins the race to the puck, and now here comes Berard. Berard takes a look. Dumps it behind the net. And Jack Hoffman racing in from his defensive position. Tom's Behrens using that big body to control the puck. Behrens. There's a shot over the top by Huffman. As Emy Johnson was trying to set the screen, Jack Huffman evades the check that time by Carr, but then that time he is buried after the fact, right in front of the goal mouth, but they can't finish, so Behrens banging bodies with Cummings. Behrens with a shot, big save coming out of his net to cut the angle down was Olzos. 52 seconds left in period 2. Great pressure by Fort Wayne.
Yeah, the score may be 3-0 right now in favor of the Spacemen, but you can't really blame this right now on Olzos. He's given Midwest pretty much every opportunity to stay in this game that he possibly can. Unfortunately, I think he's just starting to get wore down with the amount of shots he's been seeing.
And I think perhaps the entire team is when you're only skating with 11, 12 players. Oda wins the draw cleanly. Kramer bangs it around the wall, and it will go past center as Daner couldn't quite block it. So Cole Rodriguez, with a couple of Blackbirds on his heels, tries to clear, and ahead it goes. Hornberg, who has a goal in this game, darts past Oda. They ring it around the wall, comes back to the point, but it can't be kept in. So it's a delayed offside against Fort Wayne in the final 24 seconds of the period. Don't want to make a mistake here, so Daner takes his man off the play, gets a little return slash that time by Pizzuto. Down to the final 10 seconds to go, and Jack Hoffman comes away with the puck. All he has to do is clear the zone. He does just that. The final 5. Kramer takes a hit from Diener, dumps it behind the net, and that will do it for period number 2. And it looks like Kramer might have a bit of an injury right at the end of the period. So we have played 2 periods of hockey. It is 3-0 Fort Wayne over the Midwest Blackbirds. We will take a break and come back to recap the period. You are watching Spacemen Hockey on the Fort Wayne Spacemen Broadcast Network.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Craw.
Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibson shot scores.
Rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Back at the Parkview Sport One Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Brandon Porter, Kent Horman here in the Spacemen Broadcast Network. And at the end of 2 periods of play, the Spacemen lead the Midwest Blackbirds by the score of 3-0. Kevin LaPointe got Fort Wayne on the board at the 8:15 mark of period number 2, the assist to Jared Fisher, the league's leading scorer. And then at the 11:36 mark, it was Frankie Hornberg on an assist from Trey Huffman and also Emmy Johnson. Again, at 11:36, 2-0 Fort Wayne. Then at 15:22, Lucas Robbins with the helper from Trey Huffman and Hornberg So Fort Wayne with a 3-0 lead, 2 points in the game for Trey Hoffman and also for Frankie Hornberg. Penalties in period number 2. It was a key moment when Zachary Steele went off 5 minutes for spearing at the 3:34 mark, and then Austin Buck went off for a high stick at 4:14. So there was a period of time when Midwest had a 2-man advantage. Fort Wayne able to completely weather that storm and keep Midwest off the board. Then you had Justin Daner of Fort Wayne go off 2 minutes for roughing at 6:28, but a pair of Blackbirds also went off for roughing at 6:28. You had Ben Skelly go off, he for the rough, and then also you had Ryan Rakai go off 2 minutes for roughing. Again, all those penalties at 6:28. And then at the 16-minute mark, Trey Hoffman for roughing, but you had Kevin Petrucha go off for both interference and roughing at the 16-minute mark. Shots on goal in the period, 10 for Midwest, 21 for Fort Wayne. So through 2 periods, Midwest with 20 shots on goal and Fort Wayne with 45. And again, one of the stories of this game is the young little goaltender, Aegis Olzos for Midwest, all 5'7", 150 pounds of him. Tell you what, Brandon, we got a dose of him last week when they were in here. He's picked up where he left off. It could easily be 6-7, 8-0 if not for his unbelievable play in goal.
Yeah, he's just playing at a level that is far surpassed what we thought could be capable of with the short-handed Midwest team. He's stopped almost everything he can. He's doing a great job putting rebounds into the corners, staying square to the shots, coming out and challenging. But one thing he's doing, a lot of goalies sometimes can challenge too much. He's doing a good job. His positioning and his crease and his angles, everything is just superb right now. There's not many faults to his game despite giving up 3. It's just really good game right now for him.
And by and large, the Midwest defense has done a good job in front of him. He hasn't had to face a lot of second and third chance opportunities. He's had a pretty clear vision to the puck, and his defense has done a good job of trying to clear that area, if not the zone, but at least try to control the puck after he's made that first save. We've talked about this at great length through coming into this inaugural season of the Spacemen. Kind of an imbalanced schedule. They opened the year on the road, then they had 4 home games, and then they were away for basically most all of October. After a game at the end of October here at the Ice House, they were gone November and basically all of December with the exception of 1 game, and because of that quirky schedule that was somewhat imbalanced, starting January 17th all the way through to today, Sunday, February 22nd, 11 home games to conclude the regular season. Hey, you can take it for granted, but you can also say we've got to make hay on this. Well, if they would go on to win this game against Midwest, they would conclude this 11-game homestand with a record of 10-1. They would finish their inaugural season in the USPHL over the 500 mark and put themselves in a very strong playoff position going into the first round of the playoffs, which, again, we are presuming that Fort Wayne will host a first-round playoff series. 2 out of 3, all 3 games here in Fort Wayne, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if necessary. Chicago has been the class of the Midwest East this year, so they will have a first-round bye, and then it's a matter of how you sort out through Decatur, the Metro Jets development program, Fort Wayne, the Detroit Fighting Irish, Midwest, and Michigan. So, at any rate, if you can finish your first season in this league with a record of, say, 21-19-3, that is quite an accomplishment based at one point where this team was.
Yeah, they did a good job battling back to get to 500. Now they're above it, looking to end it on a good note. 21-19-3-1, that will put them in a tie with the Metro Jets development program at 46 points. And then it will just basically come down to a tiebreaker, how that will fall out. Not quite sure what the tiebreaker would be in the USPHL, but it's still a pretty good season. 46 points on the year. It'd be a good job to end on that.
Well, and based when Kaylee Schrock was talking to me the other day on Friday night, when he said, late July we had 8 or 9 players. I didn't know how we were going to put a team together. And based on where they were the first month or so of the season and how they're finishing, he said this team has totally exceeded his expectations. Well, the ice has been flooded. We await the arrival of the officials to position the nets and the arrival of the teams. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will be set for third period action. The Fort Wayne Spacemen lead the Midwest Blackbirds 3-0. You are watching Spacemen Hockey on the Spacemen Broadcast Network.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Back at the Parkview Sport One Ice House, Brandon Porter, Ken Horman here in the Spacemen Broadcast Network, just about set for third period action. Don't want to be a jinx here, but Michael Heward had a shutout Friday night, blanking Metro 4-0. And Alex Shelkinov has made 20 saves so far for Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne on top 3-0 as we start period number 3, controlled by Midwest. Now you have to give these undermanned Blackbirds all the credit in the world. Green comes in, snaps the shot that goes over the top of the net, and that goes all the way around the rink. Now Cummings just dumps it on goal, and Shelkinov will put the big mitt over it, as racing in that time was Oda. Looks like Trey Huffman having a quick conversation with Austin Buck, so it'll be Oda against Trey Huffman. Trey Huffman having a great game with a couple of assists. That's banged off the boards by Green, and now here comes Lucas Robbins. Lucas Robbins just chips it into the zone, tries to slide past Cummings. It's behind the net. Cummings rubs him off the play. But coming away is Robbins. Now behind the net. Now Fort Wayne tries to bang it back to the point. Amy Johnson was trying to get it back to Diener, but now the battle continues behind the net. Trey Huffman trying to center to Lucas Robbins. Now Diener pinches in. Tries to slide it just through the goal mouth, but it's behind the net. So Fort Wayne with some great forechecking pressure here in the opening minute here of the third period. 3-0 in favor of Fort Wayne. That pass is behind Green, but a crazy little carom and a sneaky little shot by Green goes just a little bit wide. Good job by Daynard to keep the pressure on Green. You can see the talent that Richard Green has, though. Big body, a lot of speed, and he's the leading scorer for the team. Was not here the last time Midwest was in town. Here's Jack Hoffman intercepting. Now Hoffman with speed, penetrating the zone. Quick shot that goes over the shoulder that time of Olzos and into the netting, and we will have a face-off as we have played just over a minute and a half of period 3, 3-0 Fort Wayne. Well, head coach Kaylee Schrock told me that he's giving the team tomorrow off. They'll be right back here at the Ice House to practice at 5:20 on Tuesday. And that will wind up at center ice. Looked like it was played with either a high stick. Yep. And it looks like the face-off is going all the way into the Fort Wayne zone. So Fisher is out here for the face-off against Jackson Smith. And Fisher wins it cleanly. Behind the net, Andrew Gates with speed, but taken off the play that time by Miller Armstrong. Keeps it in the zone. Jack Hoffman clears, and here comes Andrew Gates with some open ice. Oh, Gates. Well, that time as Skelly tried to drill him, he drilled his own man into his own goaltender. So we'll have a whistle and a face-off. Andrew Gates looks like he's one of those guys who is pretty strong on his pins, pretty tough to take off the play. So Smith once again against Fisher.
Also seems like he likes to kind of lead the rush like Berard does.
Yep. One-timer, big blocker save that time by Olzos. And that time, Gates steps into his man. So he gives Skelly a big dose of his own medicine. And then springing out to cover the puck that time was Olzos. So that's one of the things, especially in hockey, live by the sword. And Andrew Gates got that license number, and when he had a shot, he lit Skelly up to kind of say, okay, here's I'm returning the favor. Fisher and Smith again on the draw. Goes into the corner. Behrens comes away with it, but now Smith. Behrens right in front. Quick shot to save by Olzos. And he covers up once again. .17:38 to go in the third. 3-0 Fort Wayne. All the credit in the world to this coaching staff, Joaquin Fulton, Larry Pizzuto. Try to keep these guys as fresh as possible. You're shorthanded, you're undermanned, and boy, they're out here playing their hearts out. And they'll live to fight another day, and then there is going to be the postseason, which everybody starts even, and that'll be offside against the Midwest Blackbirds. Green may have had a stride over before Oda was able to bring it into the zone. Schwetz is out with Logan Robbins and LaPointe. Pizzuto Banks it off the wall, but Gates first to the puck. Now Gates, again, weaving into the zone, tries to throw it in the goal mouth. Schwetz couldn't quite guide it past Olzos. Now behind the net, they battle for the puck. Wrapped around the boards, and here comes Richard Green with the puck and speed. Green trying to work his way past Jack Huffman. No dice there. Now Huffman bangs it ahead, flips it off the glass. He takes a hit from behind that time by Pizzuto. And back the other way, here it comes. Oh, great job by Gates to deny Green, and that'll be an offside against Fort Wayne.
Well, it's good to see Oda on the ice. If I remember right, in that series against Midwest a week or two ago, I think he took a pretty bad hit in the corner over here, and he was down for a while.
Yep. Yeah, that was the hit that resulted in the one-game suspension to Justin Diener.
So it's good to see him back on the ice with his team.
Yep. Cole Rodriguez chips it off the boards. Now they're battling for the puck in the neutral zone, and Kevin Lapointe spins away from Pizzuto, and here comes Lapointe. Lapointe, very crafty with the puck, comes right down the slot, just tries to feather the pass ahead to Schwetz. That's steered away. Again, a pass in front. Robbins can't quite get it, but here's Rodriguez. His shot goes off a skate, and racing for it, here come the Spacemen with speed. Logan Robbins taken off the play, and that'll just be dumped to center ice. Rodriguez comes cross ice to Elvon Berard. Now Berard, who loves to rush the puck from his defensive spot. That's a shot. Goes a little bit past. That time it looked like Olzos maybe got a little bit of the glove on it. He looked behind him, but it went wide. Now right in front, they try to do something in the goal mouth. Schwetz is in there, and there'll be a whistle and a face-off. Well, the good thing is, Cayley Schrock told his team during the intermission, do not take your foot off the gas. That's one of the things he's been concerned with. Any coach at any level is with the full 60 minutes. But it's one of those things, and I guess it's just human nature. You get a 3-0 lead, as they say, the hardest lead to hold in hockey, the 3-goal lead, and you have a full complement on your side, and the other team is only skating with 11 or 12 guys. That's just dumped into the Fort Wayne corner. Buck is the first one there. He'll ring it around the boards. Racing in with Smith, but Fort Wayne able to clear. Now that comes ahead to Trey Hoffman. Hoffman with speed, blazing speed. Bumps into Cummings. Good job by Cummings to take him off the play. And Olzos springs out to cover the puck up for the faceoff.
Yeah, that's the one problem with some teams. They go up 3-0. They're having kind of an easy game. Sometimes they will take a shift or two off, and you can't do that really in hockey. You can't take a shift or two off, or sometimes they'll come back to haunt you a little bit.
Well, and especially the higher level you play, you shouldn't be taking time off or shifts off in hockey from the time you're taught as a mite or a peewee. But as you start escalating your level of play, from this level to collegiate to possibly professional. And we've got something going on behind the play, and it looks like Jackson Smith is all over Trey Huffman. So we're going to have some penalty time.
Those two were tied up. Smith turned around and nailed Huffman in the head with his stick. And that's what resulted in that little skirmish.
That will come at the 4:50 mark. So we know Smith is going off, and will that be the lone penalty?
Looks like he's getting thrown out.
Wow. With 15:10 to go, it looks like we'll have an ejection, and I do not see Trey Hoffman going to the box just yet. So this will be a key moment for Fort Wayne. Leading 3-0 with 15:10 to go. The time of the penalty will be 4:50. But it looks like this will be a 5-minute major. As they continue to sort out the penalty time. And you've got a little pitch and catch between the goaltenders. Well, Shelkinov just throws it in the area of the Midwest bench. Now, Olzos flips it toward the Fort Wayne goal again. And Shelkinov, what's he going to do with it? He'll flip it back the other way.
Fort Wayne, number 9, Trey Huffman, 2 minutes working. Midwest, number 97, Jackson Smith, 2 minutes for roughing, 5 minutes, and disqualification for high sticking.
So here are the penalties. Huffman gets a roughing penalty. And then on the Midwest Blackbird side, Jackson Smith gets a roughing penalty and a 5-minute high sticking penalty, plus an ejection. So Fort Wayne will have a 5-minute power play. 15:10 to go in period number 3. Huffman roughing, Smith roughing, and a 5-minute high stick and an ejection. So Fort Wayne has a chance to basically put this one away right here. Fisher, return pass, can't quite finish it, and that'll be cleared. Shelkonov will leave for Buck. And truthfully, with the 3-goal lead and under 15 minutes to play, yes, you want to score more goals with a 5-minute power play. But again, the clock will become Fort Wayne's friend and Midwest enemy. One-timer by Buck. Pad save by Olzos. Now LaPointe behind the net. Logan Robbins back to LaPointe. And LaPointe still has the puck. Tries to center. Comes to Fisher. He'll snap the shot over the top of the net, and can Fort Wayne keep it in? Good job by Buck to do just that before the blue line. Now Buck takes a look. Here's Fisher. Buck again, fakes the shot, now comes across. LaPointe in the circle, back to Buck. Buck, there's a drive, and that's deflected into the netting. So there'll be a face-off in the Midwest zone. 14:08 left in the game, still 3:57 left in the Fort Wayne power play after the 5-minute major to Jackson Smith for high sticking.
As you mentioned, you obviously don't need to have too many goals here on the 5-minute major. Maybe 1 or 2 would be good, but what this is a great opportunity to keep it as far away from the net as possible.
Comes back, Gates. Slides past Burkay. Now it's Gates behind the net. They'll come back to Berard. His one-timer. That's deflected away. Andrew Gates, the newcomer who played Friday and is playing today, but he will not be eligible for the playoff roster, but we'll keep an eye on him for next year or down the line. He may have some college options as well. Barron's kind of fans on the pass, and it comes back to Shelkonov. And Shelkonov will take the faceoff. So 13.5 to go in the match. 3-0 Fort Wayne. 3:20 to go in the Fort Wayne power play. Steele on the draw for Fort Wayne against Skelly. Fort Wayne controls. Berard dumps it behind the net now. Emmy Johnson with some good forechecking pressure, but here comes Emmy Johnson, and we've got a big hit. And that time, let me guess, it was Skelly again, as he drilled one of the Fort Wayne players away from the play. And we have a Spaceman player down on the ice, and Skelly again goes to the penalty box for his third penalty of the game.
Well, as you said, one of anything, he's consistent. Only needs one more.
6:42, and we still have the Spaceman player down on the ice. Now it looks like Skelly will only get 2 for the high stick, and we still have the Fort Wayne player down on the ice. And I'm surprised Kaylee Schrock or the captain, Jared Fisher, is not politicking for more than the 2 minutes. Because quite frankly, if this drew blood, that should automatically be 4 minutes. Well, and again, this is junior hockey, so you're talking about players or kids 17 to 20. But I can only speculate that if that is your style of play, one of these days you're going to run up against the wrong guy and you're going to get what you've been handing out all this time with interest. So Steele was the injured player.
That's about the second time he's actually done that to Steele.
Yep.
He did that earlier on in the second period.
Well, Fort Wayne has a chance to blow this open with a 3-0 lead, 13-18 to go. And they now have a two-man advantage. Still 3:07 left in the major penalty to Smith for the high stick, and he was ejected. Now Skelly, he also gets 2 for the high stick. Right in front, and Fort Wayne can't quite finish, and that'll be shot the length of the rink. Shelkinov will flag it down off the back wall. And here comes Kevin LaPointe leading the charge. LaPointe with plenty of open ice. That pass is too strong for Fisher, and that's going to be an icing, so there's an unforced error. Faceoff comes back into the Fort Wayne zone to the left of goaltender Alex Shelkinov. Michael Heward posted the 4-0 shutout over Metro on Friday. Shelkinov trying to duplicate that feat. Fisher wins the draw cleanly that time from Pizzuto. And here comes Fort Wayne. Now Fisher has some ice. Fisher trying to knife into the zone. He'll spin, come to the half wall. Top of the circle. It's poked away briefly by Kramer. Now LaPointe goes into the corner. LaPointe to Fisher at the top of the circle. Fisher, LaPointe. Comes across the goal mouth, and right there, Emmy Johnson couldn't quite be there to guide it in. Good job by Olzos to slide across and cover it up for the faceoff. 12:23 to go, period 3. Minute and 5 seconds left in the Skelly penalty. 2:12 left in the major penalty to Jackson Smith, who was excused for the rest of the game for the 5-minute high stick. Fisher on the draw. Goes into the corner. Can Fort Wayne keep it in? And yes, and it's Fisher. He has some space. Fisher takes a look. Now he stops. Right through the goal mouth, and that time Emmy Johnson tried to finish and couldn't quite get it past Olzos, and it's cleared back near the Fort Wayne zone. Here comes Fisher, the league's leading scorer with speed by one man. Now he'll put the brakes on at the top of the circle. That's his office. To LaPointe down in the corner. Comes across. One-timer by Buck that time. Big pad saved by Olzos. Now it comes across toward Fisher. Now Fisher taking his time. LaPointe in the corner. Tries to center it. Kept in as that was deflected away. They again try to feed it right through the goal mouth. Caden Schwetz. Now Schwetz has it in the corner. He's ridden heavily off the play. LaPointe still has it. 10 seconds left in the Skelly penalty. Now Buck to Fisher. Fisher takes a look. Now Emmy Johnson comes back to Fisher. Fisher with a shot. Hit the crossbar and then went upstairs. Well, the Skelly penalty is up. Still a minute and 1 tick left in the major penalty that was assessed to Smith. 11:12 to go in period number 3. Fort Wayne's had some chances, Brandon, but all things being equal, Midwest has done an awfully good job of defending this power play.
Yeah, and as I said, the Spacemen's power play is just too predictable right now. They keep trying to force it to the middle, and Midwest just keeps shutting it down, so they're forced to go to the point, which also isn't really working.
Yeah, they really haven't fed the point that much and try to set a screen in front of the net, especially with the 5-on-3. Now it's 5-on-4. There's a one-timer. That's a high shot that's over everything by Gates. Now Logan Robbins tries to chip a little backhander home. Barron's in there using his big body to keep things going. Trey Huffman behind the net. Comes up. Berard. He's taken off the play that time by Kramer. And Berard tumbles to the ice again. Now here's Robbins. To Barron's. Barron's with a shot. Again, another big save. Down to the final 15 of the power play. Barron's taken off the play. And that'll be cleared the length of the rink, and that'll probably do it for the Fort Wayne power play. Shelkinov leaves for Berard. Some modest pressure that time by Oda, and here comes Elvon Berard. All the teams are back to full strength at the 10:06 mark. Fort Wayne still on top, 3-0. Berard comes back to Gates. Gates, little chip off the wall, and he stepped into that time again by Skelly. Now here comes Gates. Tries a little flip right in front. That was off the glove that time of Volzos. And here come Midwest back the other way. Hoffman can't step into his man, Skelly, but that's intercepted by Logan Robbins. And watch out, here comes the Roadrunner. Big speed, Logan Robbins working into the zone, slashes through the front. Oh, and they try to light him up, and Logan Robbins very strong in his skates. The man who paid the price on that one was Kramer. And a big collision right near the goal mouth. Well, he has to be one of the fastest players in the entire USPHL. Logan Robbins blistered past his defender, and as he was cutting through the goal mouth, Kramer tried to light him up, but Robbins strong in his pins. It was Kramer who I think paid the price. And Olzos, I think, was looking for the license of that truck that hit him as well. 9:27 left in the third, still 3-0 Fort Wayne. 3 second period goals, Kevin Lapointe, Frankie Hornberg, Lucas Robbins. Trey Huffman has a couple of assists in this game. Quick shot, hits the goal post! Tremendous opportunity for Fort Wayne. As that was Jack Hoffman who had the chance, and then he hustled back in his defensive spot. A little strong that time for Huffman, but he has some open ice. And Skelly steps into him. And now Huffman blisters Skelly, and there was also Rodriguez stepping into him. And we're going to have some penalties. And I wonder if it's going to be Fort Wayne for the retaliation, which would be unfortunate because, again, Skelly likes to do an awful lot of headhunting.
I think Huffman and Rodriguez is feeling like Skelly might have had a few extra strides possibly for a charge, but I don't think the ref really saw it that way, which is because of the disagreement. And it's going to be cross-checking on Huffman, it looked like.
So Jack Huffman goes for cross-checking at 11:01. So Midwest will go on the power play. Buck tries to control right in front of the net, able to clear as swooping in was Green. And again, the clock will be the friend of Fort Wayne and the enemy of Midwest as we are approaching 8.5 minutes to go, and Fort Wayne still with that 3-goal lead, 3-0. And you have to figure Midwest has to mark on this power play. Daner gets it ahead to Lucas Robbins, and Robbins is going to carry the puck. And his shot goes wide, takes the hit after the play. Now Kramer trying to carry the puck out, fine rushing defenseman. Flip it toward the goal. Shelkinoff tries to guide it away and does. And Buck, with all sorts of room, fires the length of the rink. And after the play, Daner drills his man, and it's going to be a penalty against Fort Wayne as he knocked Kramer down. So it's a delayed penalty against Fort Wayne. Extra attacker is on as Green pokes it ahead, but intercepted by Fort Wayne. So once again, it'll be a two-man advantage for Midwest. This coming at 12:05.
Another cross-check.
So Diener with a cross-check.
So that's something we talked about all season for the Spacemen is undisciplined penalties.
Yeah. And as they prepare to go into the postseason, again, they have tomorrow off, but they'll be skating tomorrow at 5:20 here at the Ice House for practice. I have a feeling Coach Schrock may send a bit of a message like, look, when we go into the postseason, if you want to make a deep playoff run, you cannot take needlessly silly penalties.
You just can't let the other team get into your skin and take those retaliation penalties. That's going to hurt you in the end.
Well, I'm not even sure it was a retaliation. You just blistered a guy, really for no good reason. One-timer is wide. Oda has it. Comes back up high to the point. Now Oda, that shot, that goes wide. racing back his car to try to keep it in. Well, this is the best opportunity in a while now for Midwest. They've had another two-man advantage. Oh, a big drive and a save by Shelkinov. And Green, you have to give Green credit. He was tapping his stick, applauding Shelkinov for the tremendous glove save. That's sportsmanship. And Green is smiling at Shelkinov like, are you kidding?
And another key factor is right before the shot, 79, the new guy,
Andrew Gates,
pushed Oda out of Shelkinov's line of sight, eliminating the screen and left him wide open for that glove save.
So cleared the length of the ring, and that'll be knocked down by Olzos. Only 8 seconds left in the first penalty. And here comes Oda with speed, penetrating the zone. There's a quick shot. Oh, my goodness. That caromed off the glove of Shelkinov. He has to spin. Loose biscuit. And it's cleared by Fort Wayne. It was in his glove, out of his glove, on his back, and it almost rolled off his back into the net. He spun around, and then Fort Wayne able to clear. Now it's 5-on-4 for 48 more seconds. 6:40 to go in the contest. Briefly losing an edge is LaPointe. Now he'll just flip it towards center. So Midwest still has about 34 seconds left of power play time. Here comes Richard Green trying to bust down the slot. Green with a shot. Pad save. Shelkinov. That goes through the goal mouth. And Robbins now ahead to his brother, Logan Robbins. Logan with speed comes through the slot. Shot deflected wide. As we wind down to just about the 6-minute mark left in the contest. And 6 seconds left in the power play. Diener is about to step back onto the ice. That's just flipped into the Fort Wayne zone. Teams are now even strength. Look out right in front. Through the goal mouth again. There was an opportunity that time by Rakrai. Now pulling out all stops right now is Midwest. Trying to get on the board and make this a hockey game. Buck steps into his man, Skelly with authority. Now here comes Fisher. Fisher past two players. Miller Armstrong with great speed on the back check, but Fisher throws it on goal. That's right in the breadbasket of Olzos, and he will smother it for the save. 5:21 left in the game. 3-0 Fort Wayne, but don't take anything for granted. Boy, there's only about a 6 or 7 man bench for Midwest. What a job they have done. And you have to hope for their sake that they can get their full complement back when they go into the postseason. Here's Tom's Barons. He loses the handle. Kept in, though, by Buck. Buck will throw it on goal, and that is gloved by Olzos. So just over 5 minutes to go. 5:05 in period 3. Still 3-0 Fort Wayne. And again, it appears as if Fort Wayne will host a first-round playoff series, a best-of-3. Friday, Saturday, and if necessary, Sunday. Opponent to be determined. Chicago will have a first-round bye in the division. Buck walks in. He shoots. That's wide. Right in front again.
I think they got tipped in front by Nathan Carr, as it was Zachary Steele just alone right just outside of that goal crease.
Just amazing play by Adis Olzos. And he's getting a little help from his friends because that time it looked like he was basically had cold turkey. Fisher on the draw. Fisher does have a point tonight. Now Buck just caroms it off the boards. Takes the return play from Steele. Now he'll waltz in. Tries to get it to Fisher for the quick one-timer, and that goes just a little bit wide. I think Olzos may have gotten a piece of that. Now Fisher again shoots, and that one's high and deflects up into the net. Well, Jared Fisher likes to go for that top shelf. 4:37 left.
Right now he seems to be targeting the high blocker, which obviously is a good choice for a shooter. A lot more weight in the blocker arm for goaltenders. Not only do they have to get their arm up, they also have to get the stick up.
Right.
Which some shooters, they don't use that quite often. They actually like to try to go high glove for some reason.
Well, off the draw, Richard Green sprints in to get the puck. That shot is chipped up over the net. Jack Hoffman being hounded by Oda. Green tries to slide into him, but Fort Wayne able to clear the zone. Here's Emmy Johnson with some space. Now Johnson dancing into the zone, leaves it for Hornberg. Hornberg is with a shot. Blocker save that time by Olzus. So we are getting down to the final 4 minutes. Rodriguez, that's over the stick of Johnson behind the net, but right there is Hornberg. He is stepped into. Now Hornberg takes the puck, looks to center. Right in front, there's a shot, and a score for Fort Wayne. Hoffman with the goal. Great pass that time, and Trey Hoffman made no mistake. This will come at 15:59, and it's 4-0 in favor of the Spacemen. Trey Hoffman, which would be his third point of the game. And I believe Hornberg will pick up an assist, which would be his third point of the game. And we'll see if there's another helper on the play. Emmy Johnson gets an assist, so that's his second point of the game. Trey Hoffman from Hornberg and Johnson at 15:59. 4-0 in favor of Fort Wayne. And as we approach 3.5 minutes to go, things are looking good for the Spacemen. There's a shot sticked aside by Shelkinov. Big hit that time by Gates. And now it's Logan Robbins with his speed breaking out for Fort Wayne. Robbins tries to dance by his man. A little bit of a hip check that time was applied by Kevin Petruka. As the puck comes toward the Fort Wayne zone, Andrew Gates takes it behind his net. He'll put the brakes on, and he will lead the breakout. Tries to throw a stretch pass ahead to Fisher. They're going to say that's an offside, a delayed offside. Olzus comes out to play the puck. Oda bangs it off the boards, trying to get it back to a teammate. And we are down to 2.5 minutes to go. Things are looking good for the Spacemen. Length of the rink, but that had to be flagged down by Olzus. Kept in the zone by Fort Wayne, and there will be a whistle for playing the puck with the high stick. Well, Fort Wayne is just 2 minutes and 14 seconds from finishing its inaugural regular season in the USPHL with a record of 21-19-3, 3 overtime losses and a shootout loss. So based on where they were at one point, to finish 2 games over the 500 mark is amazing. Now Fisher trying to get his stick on the puck. He's got it. He'll spin. Dump it back into the corner. Down to 1:50 to go in the match. 4-0 Fort Wayne. Gliding through the zone is Tom's Barons. He uses that huge body to his advantage. Now Buck stands up his man, Oda. Berard comes to center. Slick move that time by Tom's Barons. Comes across to Fisher. Fisher at the half mark. There's a big drive, and that's blocked that time is Berard. Looks like he's going to get a penalty behind the play. Here comes Green. Green through the slot. Oh, that's just chipped over the net that time by Oda. And we're going to have a penalty on Fort Wayne, which is something you did not want to see when you're trying to preserve a shutout. It will come at 18:44. And it'll go against Berard.
Yes.
And it'll be a high stick.
That's one thing you don't want to see when you're a minute 16 away from what Shelkinov is putting together. Me being a goalie myself, I'm I know goaltenders tend to be superstitious about that kind of thing.
Yep. If there is any one plus, Fort Wayne can ice the puck at will for the final minute and 16 seconds. And Trey Huffman won the draw. Comes right through the Fort Wayne goal mouth. LaPointe will just flip it. Batted down with the glove that time. And the Spacemen control with a minute to go in the game. LaPointe looking for a shorty. There's a quick shot that time. And Fort Wayne trying to just control the puck. Gates playing deeply right in front of the goal mouth. And Fort Wayne, I believe, scores. And Huffman was getting roughed up after the play. And Gates raced into his defense.
I think when Huffman was down, Tyler Kramer came in and kind of gave him a hit to the head with the stick.
I think the puck was in the net. We're going to have to see.
I think Huffman's celebrating like he might have got a goal, high-fiving Fisher.
And Kramer's going to go to the penalty box, and it looks like he's going to come to the locker room. So Kramer will get a penalty at the 19-12 mark. Well, I thought the puck wound up in the net. We'll have to wait for the official word, but I thought Trey Huffman poked the puck in the net. It was Huffman.
Assisting on the play, number 79, Andrew Gates.
Gates and LaPointe, the assist. So, yes, at the 19-12 mark, Trey Huffman, his second goal of the period, second of the game. And Kramer gets a cross-check and an ejection. And my question is, will this carry over into the postseason? Well, that negates the power play for Midwest, and they're going to have to take a player off the ice. So 48 seconds to go, 4-0 Fort Wayne. Huffman the go, Gates and LaPointe the assist at 19-12. Then at 19-12, Kramer gets a 5-minute cross-check and an ejection. So let us try to get through the final 36 seconds. LaPointe spinning behind the net. Now LaPointe trying to lead the breakout. He just wants to clear the zone. Tries to get it ahead to Gates. All Gates has to do is just dump it deep with 24 seconds to go. He throws it on goal. That's kicked aside. Now Fort Wayne has nobody in the blue line right now, so look out there. Down to the final 15. They throw it across. That's thrown toward the goal mouth. That's chipped away by Trey Huffman, who is looking for his hat trick. Now down to the final 5 seconds. And 2 and 1, and that should do it. Well, there's a whistle with 1/10 of a second to go.
It's like they're telling him to just run it. Back-to-back shutouts.
That will do it, and that will conclude this hockey game. And they're mobbing Shelkinov as he pitches the shutout. So on Friday night, Fort Wayne, thanks to Michael Heward, shut out Metro 4-0. And tonight, with Alex Shelkinov in goal, they blank Midwest by the final score of 4-0. We'll take a break and we'll wrap things up from the Parkview Fort Wayne Ice House. This is Fort Wayne Spacemen Hockey on the Spacemen Broadcast Network.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it. certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators, or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Cross.
Shot hits the post, and the centering feed to Luke Knipster, shot scores!
Rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ant in action. Get mad about blue.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Back at the Parkview Sport One Ice House, Brandon Porter, Kent Horman here in the Spacemen Broadcast Network. What a way to finish a season. We talked about this just after the first of the year, starting from mid-January, January 17th, to today, Sunday, February 23rd. The Spacemen closing out the regular season with an 11-game homestand, and they could not have performed much better, going 10-1 during the 11-game homestand. The lone loss was back on January 18th, and that was a shootout loss to Decatur. Then they basically ran the table the rest of the way, finishing 10-1 during this homestand. Capped off actually a 5-0 victory today because that late Trey Huffman goal made it 5-0. Recapping the third period, Fort Wayne carried a 3-0 lead into period 3. Trey Huffman got the goal at 15:59. Frankie Hornberg and Emmy Johnson with the assist. And then it was Trey Huffman again, 19-12, just 48 seconds to play. And you had Andrew Gates and Kevin LaPointe with the assists. So Fort Wayne goes on to the 5-0 victory. If I had to give 3 stars, I guess my third star, believe it or not, would be Alex Shelkinov, who had 25 saves in the shutout. My second star, unbelievable, would be Adis Olzos, as he faced 73 shots. 73, he made 68 saves to make this thing a closer game instead of it just a complete blowout. And then Trey Hoffman would be my first star with 2 goals and 2 assists. What a great game for Trey.
Yeah, he did a really good job today picking it up on the score sheet. Normally we kind of see him in the box a little bit. He tends to have a few on the penalties, but he did a good job. He's done a good job lately as of late, staying out of the box. Now he's picking up on the score sheet at the right time. A lot of players are picking up on their production at the right time as we look into the postseason, so they'll look to continue that into the postseason as we get set for a potential playoff round this coming weekend.
So taking a look at the penalties in the third period, it got a little bit rugged as you had Jackson Smith going off for roughing and a 5-minute high stick, and he was ejected from the game. That came at 4:50. Trey Huffman also picked up a rough at that 4:50 mark. Then you had Ben Skelly go off, 2 minutes high sticking at 6:42. Jack Huffman a cross-check at 11:01. And then you had Justin Diener going off for a cross-check at 12:05. Alvon Berard with a high stick at 18:44. And then you also had Kramer, and that was a major penalty to Tyler Kramer. He also had a 5-minute cross-check and an ejection at the 19:12 mark. So shots on goal in period 3, 28-5 favoring Fort Wayne, and the shots for the game favored the Spacemen 73-25. So I have a feeling that Adis Olzos will still be kind of kicking his legs out and flailing his arms on the bus ride back to Dyer, Indiana. So that is a great way to finish the regular season for the Spacemen with a record of 10-1 over this 11-game season-ending homestand. Again, we don't have anything official yet, but we've been led to believe that Fort Wayne will indeed host a first-round playoff series, best 2 out of 3, Friday, Saturday, and if necessary Sunday here in Fort Wayne. It just has not been dialed in as of yet who that first-round opponent will be. So Spacemen could not have any better momentum heading into the postseason. They'll have a day off tomorrow. They'll come back here to the Parkview Sport One Ice House to resume practice at 5:20 on Tuesday, and they will prepare for their first-round playoff matchup on Friday night. That'll do it for tonight's broadcast of Spacemen Hockey. For Brandon Porter, my name is Kent Horman. Thank you so much for joining us. And once again, the final score of tonight's USPHL hockey game, the Fort Wayne Spacemen 5, the Midwest Blackbirds 0. You've been watching Fort Wayne Spacemen Hockey on the Spacemen Broadcast Network.